Hello, I hope you are doing fine today. So in this video, we are going to tackle two things at a go. First of all, we are going to learn how to make Cesim decisions, and also we are going to learn how to recover in Cesim after you have made losses in many rounds. So as you can see from this game financial statement, TF1, which is our company, has been making losses all through. So currently we are in round 5. In round 4, they had a loss of over 2 million, and all other companies were making profit. So the first thing is to find where the problem is. And if we go to the marketing report, just to have a clear overview, you can see TF1, they were charging actually lowest price compared to any other company. But despite that, their sales were very low and also the demand. If we go to China, the case is the same. They actually had nearly the same number of features offered, but also they had the lowest price compared to other companies, but still they had the lowest demand and sales. So the goal here is to find the reasons why they had this problem and then find the best way to improve. So if we head to decision, you can see like in demand, you have not projected a demand increase both for USA and China, but you have projected that demand in Europe will decrease by 2%. So this was done based on the description provided under the market outlook, where they suggested that demand is likely to reduce in Europe, but America and China, they were not clearly specific on what will happen, but they also projected that the demand is not going to be better than in the previous year, which was round 4. So that is the reason why we have not increased demand in the current year. Okay, let's go to market share for specifics. So in USA, our combustion product, which is a combustion car, we estimate that will increase our demand to 9%, and hybrid product will increase to 6% from 2.1. China will also increase our demand for combustion car to 9% and hybrid to 5%. In Europe, we are estimating 8% increase and 2% for hybrid cars. So this number were not just guesswork. We based our assumption of the demand increase based on what we have seen here in marketing report. So in USA, the marketing report suggested that we sold in the previous round 186 units, but majority of the company or industrial average was above 400 units. So we estimate that if we do everything right, we could reach 400 units in USA. For hybrid, we estimated that we could go to 200 because the average was above 200. In China, the same case. As you can see, the average of all other companies was above 400, but we only sold 322. So that is the reason why in China we estimated to sell 410 units, because it is achievable. Same as to hybrid, and also in Europe, the same case apply. As you can see, this refueling network coverage, this is a very important map because it tells you which product is going to have the infrastructure that is required for you to sell that product in a given region. For example, in China, we see electric actually is growing very fast, and the electric infrastructure in China is being developed quite fast. So this is one area that you need to consider if you are looking into future. In Europe, also electric is doing very good. This is an emerging market, and you need to start introducing an electric car so that you can take advantage as the market grows before it matures. So having discussed about demand, I think it's the time for us to do the marketing. One reason why I felt like this company was not doing good was because they were not spending enough in marketing. They only spent 200,000 in USA in the previous round under combustion cars, and 600,000 for hybrid cars for promotion. Is quite low because 200 for combustion car, this can is amount similar to selling only 10 cars. So that is the reason why I increased the promotion budget to 1.1 million in USA under combustion car, same to hybrid car, because I wanted to increase our market awareness and also accessibility so that we could sell more products. In China, we also did the same, but to increase our promo budget to 1 million from 150 for combustion car and from 300 for hybrid car to 1 million too. We did the same for Europe, and despite increasing the promo budget, we also increased the price to reflect the changes that we made. Again, if you are increasing the price, you need to increase the number of features offered to customers so that the price should be reflective of what we are offering, and that's the reason why we allocated additional hours to produce new features for electric cars and also for hybrid cars, because we want them to have as much quality as possible so that we give our customers the best. Besides R&D, we made some changes in HR. As you can see, we estimated voluntary turnover to be 4%, but we also aim to maintain the same personnel that we had in the previous years, because we wanted to improve our R&D. Usually, HR works directly with an R&D in Cesim, so that is the reason why if you are not going to improve your features in-house, you can purchase them, and instead of offering or increasing your staff to work on that, you can just purchase the rights. So still under human resource, we also offered basic training, worker safety, personal health and safety, non-discrimination policy, ethics and corruptions. This will help us to improve the image of the company and further may help us to improve our demand. For labor policy, we ensure that we met the labor regulation, company unions and relation, we also met them. Management position quotas, we also included them in this round. I think that's all for HR. Now let's do the production. For Cesim, most people find a great challenge doing this section, but this should not be something to worry you, because you just need to balance. So the yellowed section, this measures what the inventory or the ending inventory. After we have sold everything, you need to have some surplus just in case demand turns out to be very good. You don't need to send your customers away when they need your product. That's why we have some surpluses, and this is reflected at ending inventory. Also, we have beginning inventory. This is the inventory that we did not sell in previous years, so they are carried forward. And also in-house manufacturing, these are the product that we manufacture in our factory. Currently, we are not doing any outsourcing, so that's why it's not reflected here. Everything we have balanced based on capacity allocation, and this all depends on demand. So the demand for combustion we are estimating to be higher than that of hybrid, and that's why we are offering them at 70% in production line 1 in USA and 55% in production line 1 in China. So when we have additional product, let's say electric, we'll just change these capacities and production line so that we can include electrical hydrogen cars manufacturing. We are also offering renewable energy utilization at a level of 100% because we want to be environmentally friendly. So we are not purchasing any capacity currently because first we are trying to get ourselves out of debt, and also uh, the demand is still not, we are not meeting all capacity entirely. So maybe from next round we can consider increasing our capacity. So for procurement, we considered mixing companies with the lowest sustainability and ethics values and those with the highest, and this will help us to maintain an above average um, sustainability and those that are features that are affected by sustainability. Also mixing them ensure that we get all the components that we need, and also it helps us to avoid penalty, because if supplier will not supply all the components that we need, we'll incur 50% will incur 50% of fines per each component. That is very expensive, and that is the reason why we have considered to acquire a component from multiple manufacturers. Okay, I think that's all for production. Let's go to logistic. So the our primary strategy here is to ensure that where we have a production facility, we meet the demand there first before moving the surplus to other region that doesn't have facility, or they are having facility and they are not meeting all their demand. So both in USA and China, we start with the specific country where the facility is located. But in both the cases, we have put Europe to be second because Europe doesn't have a capacity to produce. So in finance in China, we are having a lot of short-term debt, and that is the reason why we move some cash from USA to China so that we can reduce the amount of short-term debt that we are having. Also in Europe, we are having a lot of cash, and that is the reason why we move our cash from Europe to USA before moving the amount to China, so that we can balance all our factory in different regions to ensure that there's no factory that is suffering and need of a short-term debt, because short-term debt is quite sometimes expensive, and also you need to pay them within 1 year. So this will put a strain on a company. It's good always to have a balanced financial structure where you have both the debt, equity, where debt I mean both short-term and long-term debt. So we also borrowed long-term debt in USA amounting to 1 million. That is the maximum we could borrow in any given round. This will also help us to balance our financial structure. And that's all for Cesim making challenge and also recovering from debt. As you can see, our projected next year or this year income statement, we are estimating to make a profit this year. And just stick around. We have included our result, and here's our result for this year. As you can see, we have already made a profit and move our company from making losses to making a profit within 1 year. If this video was helpful, kindly consider subscribing to our channel so the next time we have videos like this, YouTube will notify you. If we get like 300 subscribers from this video, we are going to make a video for Cesim Global Challenge Round 1, and I think it will be very helpful for all of those who are looking for such videos so that it can help them in making decisions and also scoring the highest points. Also, the reason why you need to subscribe is that that will help us to attain the required number of subscribers so that YouTube can pay us, and that will motivate us to make this kind of video even much better. Again, thank you. Have a nice time.